Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome in. How are you all doing today? I know it's rare for me to go live at such an hour. Bingo! Welcome in, Harmless. Welcome, Jerry. Hey, 68K. Welcome, Jam. Hey, Kenster. Hello, everybody else out there. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I've got the itch. Good morning, good afternoon. It's a nice Sunday afternoon here for me. I mean, that's all there is to it. I just want to draw some stuff. Jam, I hope you're getting some rest. I know you've been drawing a lot. Like, a lot. And that's very cool. But also, yeah, that can really take it out of you, so get some rest. Hopefully that itch you're experiencing is not poison ivy or something. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I finally added a little fan art slideshow. Hold on, let me just pull it over here so we can just appreciate this for a moment. We'll just let this cycle. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to add attribution. I'm using OBS's like image slideshow source. And I don't think there's a native way. And also, images that have like a wide aspect ratio tend to get cropped a little bit. But I tried to build this in a way that it should fit most of the fan art. Well, it's both fan art and commissions. And hey, Arugi! The powerful fish has arrived. Anyway, yeah, just thank you to everybody who has ever drawn a Gurt in any form. Jam, you're working? Don't work too hard. That's my advice. Yeah, let's get this rolling. Let's get this music going appropriately. We'll just fade that out. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a little color study here. Yeah, 68K, exactly. It's so silly. I think I'm going to have to use something beyond the slideshow source because it like just doesn't work. Anyway, let's block in some colors here. This is going to be really rough to start. The goal of this is, again, I've got my reference on a different screen. No eye dropping, none of that bullshit. I know these colors are going to be way off to start, and then we'll refine them, so that's fine. And as much as possible, I guess I'm going to work on like 2 layers. Not quite a 1-layer drawing, but yeah, how's everybody doing today? I stayed up late watching Holly's 3-year anniversary special, and oh my god, what an incredible stream. I'll just say, if you're a Heck Maybe fan and you didn't catch it live, it's worth your time. Seek out that VOD. Oh my god, I cannot believe the stuff that Holly puts together. Yeah, it was so good, right? Whoa, Jam, you played Dog of Bay? I missed it. I fucking missed it. Anyway, I want to get these rocks blocked. We need a rock block here. Rock blocking. We're listening to some rock blocking beats, I guess is what I could say. I'm not going to worry about the shadows yet. I'm just kind of getting like the base form here. And actually with this particular landscape, I may not need to do 2 layers. feel like though I've already got the scale of this not quite right, and that's okay. I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. Let's see, we got a little rock here. We need a faded green for our distant landmass here coming in from the side. And then let me pull, I'm such a sucker for like a nice purple hue. Oh, that's too dark. Okay, I don't want to do too much of this, but I am just gonna like Oh, I see where I've gone wrong. Jam, you gotta. Oh, hey, Higa. Jam, you need to like set up a Patreon or something and share the exclusive VODs through some channel, some other channel. Did I just say you have to? I'm sorry to phrase it that way. You don't have to do anything. I will admit that's like a pet peeve of mine. Oh, I went a little overboard with this land. This can taper off a little sooner. And I've mentioned this before on stream, but I'll just, in the interest of full transparency, I don't have the greatest color perception. I'm a little colorblind, so not like to an extreme degree, but to a degree that I don't know. Sometimes I've learned that I see colors a little differently than other folks. That may translate into my color selections here. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, Higa, I hope you're having a good one. And I gotta say, Higa, your art streams are always so inspiring to me. And that's like a big part of why I've been trying to do more art streams. Let's get kind of a neutral tone, find a neutral tone for the rocks that I could use in a few places. And the point of this is really to just like hone my use of color. I mean, it's just good practice. These are really fun. I really like doing these color studies. This is a little darker. We'll go back in with highlights later. And then I need like a darker value that I can. Thank you so much. I was really inspired by the work of Wayne Thibault, who did a lot of studies of other artists. I went recently and saw a Wayne Thibault exhibit, and I was just like mind blown wide open. And that was like really a big catalyst for this too. Just realizing that like I also just don't practice more like painterly drawing hardly ever. I'll do, you know, silly little sketches and doodles and whatever, and that's all great. No shade to silly little sketches and doodles. But like, it's been a while since I've done any kind of life drawing. I love drawing landscapes. I love Impressionism. Cézanne is one of my all-time favorite artists. It feels weird saying all-time favorite. Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, oh my god, Cézanne. What a guy. What a guy. Once again, okay, I did get the scale of this is wonky. This goes down, and then it goes up, and then it goes down, and then And with these, I tend to, oops, that's the wrong color. I tend to bounce around a little bit. initially I'm almost just building up like the color palette that I want to use. And now now that I have this shadow value, I can like go and apply it to a few places. I think I gotta obviously need to find some other colors in the water here. Oh, and actually, I'm seeing that really this darker value is more just along the shore, just because of how things are set up. I'm also like very sensitive to color contrast, and so I don't know. I'll get like overly picky about picking colors that have enough contrast. So like right in here, this feels like there's whoops a little tension. Oh, I know what I did. I have double tap enabled to toggle between my brush and my eraser. And just look at the silhouette of this hill a little bit. Okay, let's take our mid stone here. You know what's interesting? Let me share this really quickly. This last, oh my gosh, the last one of these that I did, this is the Isle of Skye. I didn't realize this, but my brother had like very recently traveled to this place and took like almost this exact same photo. And I just sent it to him and he's like, oh shit, I was just there. It's a small world. Like I basically just went on Unsplash and pulled some images that I thought looked paint worthy, color study worthy. What am I doing here? But yeah, I've wanted to do maybe in Discord or something, some kind of like life drawing follow along where others could join in and draw along. I mean, heck, if you can draw along right now if you want. We'll be at this for a little bit, and then I think I'll do like a gurploid or two. We'll see where this takes us. This I don't know about this green I'm applying right now. Yeah, the square brush is interesting, right? It's also a challenge to myself. I don't normally use the flat brush, but I'll link it. I'm using this particular brush pack. It is a Procreate brush pack, but maybe it's compatible. But it's like a $6 brush pack that I like a lot. Also, sorry, I'm gonna make sure I'm not like missing stuff in the chat. Yeah, 68K, that's really cool that you were like able to observe your mom's painting firsthand. Oh, hey Galuda. Returnal. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Are you streaming it yet? Do you plan to stream it soon? You'd mentioned that. Am I on the wrong layer? No. What's going on? I'm just like off the canvas a little bit in a weird way. Okay, I want to think about the shapes of these little like subdivisions in the land. I don't want to draw like really strict boundaries, but I think a little bit of that could help. And I guess in this process, I'm also trying to think about like, how is the light creating these different values, not just copying the values that I'm seeing in front of me. Because like, I don't know. Actually, Harmless, I think you'd mentioned this previously, to take, or maybe it was Taveshi. I'm sorry if I don't remember. Like taking an image like this and then changing the lighting. That is like a really good challenge. That hurts my brain. Okay, we need a lighter bluey water value. And I'm a huge fan of, what's his name, Craig Mullins, who famously he did a lot of the chapter art for like the marathon games. He's like a concept artist, teacher. Anyway, he's got a great series on schoolism where he talks about, you know, thinking about light and shadow and like breaking that stuff down and not just drawing what you're seeing, but like drawing the forms. Anybody who's studied art seriously like is familiar with this stuff, but he explains it in like a really nice, clear way, I think. Is that too dark? Okay, I think it was Taveshi. Sorry, sorry, Harmless. It sounded like something you might share as well. Some good wisdom. But yeah, let's get our horizon in here. I'm gonna use Procreate's little straight line trick. And this is an interesting effect, the way we get this kind of like, what do you call it? Is it like halation on the horizon? I don't know. But yeah, Galuda, I'll keep an eye out for your Returnal stream. That sounds cool. I'm gonna try to imply a little bit of the dimension of these rocks. I'm not gonna be too particular about it. Again, my point is not, or my goal is not to get like a 1-to-1 perfect rendering. It's just to like build up the muscle memory. Start to look at these forms a little differently. I also don't have good techniques for like drawing rocks. I completely ignored these rocks in the foreground too. Let's just like block those in. We'll have to go back with the really dark, value. We can have like a little bit here. Some happy little rocks. Good to know, Fog. It's important to, you know, believe in something. Okay, I'll just block this value in, and then yeah, and the other thing, I've also talked about this before, it's a struggle for me to go like dark with value a lot, so I need to like challenge myself to just push the value contrast more. That's always a challenge for me. I don't know why. It's scary, you know? Let me take this this one. Jam, I think you're fine. I think you're okay. Did you set the category as the game? I would think it would like, yeah, retro. You're fine. You're totally fine. It's the same thing like in radio, you know, there's like words that you can't say, and people still say those words on the air. I've said one of those words on the air before, or played music that had a word in it and you don't realize until you're like in the middle of the song. and it was during, you know, not during safe harbor hours. And it's like, unless somebody like reports that to the FCC or something, like you're good. Hey, Clover, welcome in. I'm just getting warmed up here with a little color study of this beautiful landscape. I don't want to deal with the clouds yet. Honestly, I might put those on a separate layer too. I'm gonna. These rocks are still vexing me. I want like a lighter value that I can play around with. And give these little, yeah. Clover, please don't narc on Jam. I'm not even going to repeat what Jam did, but it was like the most mild of mild things that nobody needs to worry about. It's all good. It is pretty funny though. Can I reuse this white value around the rocks? Let's see, we're in like here and here and here. Will this even touch there? I feel like yeah, everybody's had some kind of some kind of stream flub. All kinds of stream flubs, I should say. This isn't the right brush for this. I think if I'm going to do clouds, maybe we want our friend Filbert. Whoa, why did the tone of it changed completely? This, I feel like I'm cheating because I'm just kind of like using a pencil-y sketching approach, which you would not do with oil, but whatever. It's fine. I don't know about that value. A little more saturation. Oh, that's too dark. Yeah, somewhere around here. I think that's a shade I can use. Jam, I really like that emote. The queen. Okay. I'm just gonna blob in this lighter value a little bit. It does feel good to have something in the sky, I guess. I feel like if you're using, oh, and Hint Creator, congrats on your affiliate. I think I saw that you just got affiliate, right? Hold on. Yeah, congrats. I hope you have a good time streaming and it brings you riches. If not monetary, maybe some other kind of riches. I already feel like I'm overworking this sky a little bit. Let's shift gears back to some of these rocks. I'm excited to drop some little sheep on the hillside, but I think that's for like the end. That's going to be on a sheep layer, a dedicated sheep layer. This guy could use a little attention, I think. I feel like I need like a warmer hue for kind of the light the light part of this rock. How's this gonna work? Still using the filbert. Maybe I should go back to flat. I don't know. Again, I'm just kind of embracing the looseness of these brushes and not trying to get my lines just right. Maybe. Whoa. And then I want to find like at least a couple places I can reuse that color right away. Just like distribute it across the canvas. I feel like it could be used over here. I'm going to go back to the flat though. Oh, this is a great song. I will always recommend, if you haven't heard Hiromi or her music, and if you like what you hear, maybe give it a chance first, but I think she has to be one of the most talented living musicians on the planet. I think I could say that without any reservations. Slightly lighter value. I'm looking at, let's see, this part here. I say that, you maybe you can't tell what I mean. All of this that's like in the light, I want to basically block in the faces of the rock that are in light. And I'm trying to think of them as like, yeah, like dimensional planes and not just like abstract 2D shapes. And I feel like this is a perfect place to reuse our light value to create kind of the boundary here. Yeah, Jam, I agree. Oh my god. Like I don't know. I've been streaming for a long time, just like extremely casually. But I created the character of Gurt like I guess about a year ago. So yeah, it's also been kind of like a year for me. I think my affiliate anniversary is like in September, something like that. But oh my god, like I could not have predicted um just how incredible everybody is, how much I've like been inspired and learned, and feel like I've been able to grow as a person, as a creative person, I've learned a lot of technical things around like live production. It's incredible. Oh yeah, okay. I want to get the dark shadows in here. So for example, you can see this here. There's this guy. There's like this guy, there's that little one. Well, I hate it. I'm like right at the edge, the bottom edge of this brush size. This flat brush is pretty chonky. Oh, and this really, yeah, these do need to go down to the water. And this is Dave Fusinski on guitar. He plays a ridiculous looking guitar, like a double necked thing. What did I do here? This looks really weird. That's okay. I'm gonna roll with it for now. I'm getting like maybe a little too into the weeds with some of these spots. Oh, and Z, yeah, that's awesome. And welcome in. Okay, I want to take. I guess I want like a desaturated green, but maybe it's pushed to be a little bit warmer for the edges. It needs to be darker though. A little bit darker. Yeah, this feels more appropriate. Oh yeah, you can see what a difference against those other colors. You do have special plans. Nice. I got to figure something out. I've got some time, but I'll do something. Oh, I see. I was looking at this wrong. This cliff here. Okay, yeah, this brush is way too small. I need to get back up to like big chonk territory. I mean, Galuda, if I see that you're live when I'm wrapping up, I'd raid you, yeah. No, that's not the right value. I gotta pull in. It's kind of like stair stepping here. I'm not capturing that too well. That's fine. Oh, I really like, I changed this a lot more than I realized. Whoops. Kenster, that's correct. Okay, I'm just taking a step back. I mean, obviously, like this face here is kind of untouched. This whole area is sort of untouched. And like the water could come back to. I feel like just a lot of the edges don't have good definition. Oh man, I was listening to this song earlier today. It's fortunate this came up in the shuffle. Tell me, does this not sound like a Mario Kart song? And then I'll tell you, well, this band worked on the Mario Kart World soundtrack. What do you know? Okay, yes. I like this value. And it also helps us create like a crisper edge here. A little more contrast. And that could even... We need Filbert. Also use this value up here. Yes. Yeah, this is what I've been needing. Up here. Sprinkle it in. Oh. It's so light for that area. I think maybe I can just use... Well, it needs to be maybe a little warmer. Thanks, Jam. And hey, Vamp, welcome in. Thank you so much. This is just our warm up for the day. And then I think I'll have time to do one or two gurploids. We'll see. But more than anything, it's just nice to be drawing. Drawing is good for you. Let's see. So there's kind of this, it's like the big panel. Oh, I can link the playlist we're listening to also. I am in the process of trying to migrate off of Spotify, but it is a Spotify playlist. However, there is some good news. I actually do have this. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe Apple Music. I think Apple Music is most likely, but I need to figure out how I can continue scrobbling to Last.fm. But I did try migrating this playlist. I tried migrating this playlist to YouTube. So let me link you the YouTube equivalent. Got it in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, and this is a nice album. This just came out this year. Oh, yeah. Jam, I can DM it to you. I also... Oh, there we go. Again, this is going to be updated with non-Spotify links. Right now, they're all Spotify links. But I do have a lot of playlists up there. But, oh my god, it's so difficult to find a link to this. Here it is. There's the equivalent playlist on Spotify or on YouTube. It's got almost all the same songs. It's pretty damn close, honestly. Well, yeah, so I don't know if folks are aware. Well, Spotify just sucks as a company. And also their CEO recently invested, what, $600 million or something in like an AI military startup in Europe. I don't want to support that shit. Don't want to support that at all. But, you know, for better or worse, Spotify has good integrations on like the PS5. I already have all my playlists built there, but there are ways you can migrate stuff. $700 million? Yeah, exactly. And okay, you could argue like that's not actually Spotify, that's just the CEO. But I don't know. It's not good, no matter how you look at it. I mean, there have been lots of other reasons, just their lack of support for artists. I do. I try to buy music as much as possible, but like, yeah, the convenience of Spotify is quite powerful, and overall, like, I like the user experience. It just sucks. Exactly. Yeah, YouTube Music. I know people who seem to like YouTube Music quite a lot. I just need something that I can easily scrobble to Last.fm. Okay, we're using the filbert now because I want to see how that works to get some more textural shapes here. We're going to sacrifice a little crispness in favor of texture. But yeah, I do recommend check out this album if you're a fan of like Cassiopeia or similar jazz fusion. Oh boy, is it that time already? Okay, I'll stretch and hydrate. In fact, on this same album, he's got a song called Cassionaka. I'll cue it up to play next. But yeah, this album is called Worst of Sam Greenfield by Sam Greenfield. Let me see if I can link this. Yeah, he's got samgreenfield.sucks. Is this on Bandcamp? Oh yes, of course it is. Oh wait, the new album is not. Hold on. God damn it. Anyway, Sam Greenfield, good sax player. Also, thank you, Jam, for the orb. Fat Burger, no. I actually have not. Is there an album that I should start with? Maybe I've heard some of this. Work to Do. Like the Average White Band song. Yeah, the music video for this song is also really fun. Okay, the question is, do I want to rework this little area? I think so. And just see how easily I can turn this back into rock. And then there's rock on the other side. It's the wrong color. I didn't quite get the 3D flavor of this hill here the way that I wanted, but I think it's pretty good. Here's this. Okay, I'm gonna just paint over this. I don't like the way I handled the stair stepping there, but hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah, 68K. Yeah. Let's go back to the water for a little bit. there's not there's not that much of like a shadow from this little rock island out here. I would have expected more. Hmm. I'm not thinking too much about the directionality of these strokes. Yeah. In fact, let's just crank up the filbert and just kind of freestyle a little bit. Okay, let's get this corner. Actually, I'll go back to the flat briefly. Oh, yeah. Yep. Average white band. Yeah, 68K. I agree. I. Yep. 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 Damn, that is very, very smooth, Fat Burger. Let's. I want to hear some Alan Holdsworth. Let's hear Alan Holdsworth. Um. Back to our filbert. I guess I could try to actually indicate specific waves. I don't know. I don't know. I could spend a whole long time just like slowly building this up. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's get this in here. We got a little bit of white. That's even too much. And we could have some little dots. I forgot how slow the start of the song is. Don't worry, it'll be worth it. I guess I could also spend like a long time just subdividing this rock into smaller faces and stuff, and I don't think I care to do that right now. Here we go. Looks like we're missing some of the deeper shadows down here. Make sure I'm looking at this right. Oh, yeah. So we have this face. We have this little face. Well, again, the scale is a bit off. Yeah, little dots. Whoops. Oh, I completely skipped this here.
Cool.
Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I know Alan Holdsworth and many of the artists in this playlist can get pretty noodly. I understand if it's not to everybody's ear taste. But man, what a what a guitarist, what a unique sound. Okay, let's be brave and just put in a few. No, that's actually not good. Well, okay, I'll do this. I'll throw in a little something here. This is starting to take shape. But yeah, Kenster, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. Oh, these rocks got all malformed also. Let's get this warmer hue, and then so it's kind of whoops. There's like this plane. It's this plane. This is kind of in light. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure about some of these. I want this value to help, yeah, help carve out the shape of this here. But I need... This is where there's this kind of fun challenge of like, what color do I already have on this canvas that I can just eyedrop to to like resolve? Oh, I don't know if that was the right one. Actually, yeah, I can work with this. This, yeah. I know I'm just like blabbing to myself here. I was really shy on the rock here. I could have gone a lot higher up, I'm realizing. I don't know that I care to like rework this whole section, but oh, that's way too light. But I wonder if I can reuse one of these values to indicate like the little path here. Oh, this is a nice tune. Chad Wackerman. First of all, great name. Great drummer. You know what? I think it's time to add some sheep. Let's get our sheep layer set up. I guess they're a little warm on account of the sunshine. And then there's just like bloop, bloop. That one, that's that's a big one. So yeah, it's really easy to draw a sheep. The trick is you draw them at a great distance. And it's super simple. These might be a little trickier. I'm wondering with this jank brush if I can get something like convincingly car. Yeah, almost. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and just add in some shadow, some sheep shadow. I'm gonna again take one of my purples, but like pull it less saturated. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but we'll see. I think maybe the purple is not the right choice, but I'm going to try to block this in, and then we'll zoom out and see how strange it looks. Like maybe I need an intermediary value also. Can we get two distinct legs? Oh no. Maybe. Little blobs. Sheep. Sheep. Little sheep. I think it almost works. What I don't have is like a good sense of the grass. Like it's just so flat all in this area. But also maybe that's fine. Filbert. They're plausibly some kind of creature. Whoa. Okay, what I think I need is the like a warm equivalent. Let's get a smaller filbert. Let me just throw in actually even warmer than that. There. Some small highlights. But this is getting pretty close. I'm pretty close to calling it. And as I say that, I keep seeing new things. Well, like this, for example. Okay, and you know what? As a compromise, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put another layer in here, and I'm just gonna mark the areas that are very unresolved, like all through here. I could probably rework this more and through there. I don't know, like any of these. This whole section. This is still weird. This is confused. I could probably do another pass through there, but that's not the point of this thing. I think I'm going to call it done for right now, because it is done. Let's look at the time lapse. Oh, this is a nice song. Yeah, hire me to draw the backgrounds for your visual novels. That would be an interesting. I feel like that would be fun to work on. I have so much so much to learn, so far to go. But that's okay. Yeah, you know, I'm actually very pleased with how this came together. I think there's a good sense of like depth. I like the way that I mean, I'm just copying the composition, but I think, yeah, taking like a step back, squinting my eyes a little more. I'm pretty proud of how I created like a sense of depth and space and dimension. Cool. There you have it. Okay, so who shall we draw next? Thank you. Thank you so much. We did Clover last time, which was so fun. I've been meaning for a long time to draw Professor Bloom. I think a Professor Bloom gurploid will be very fun. I've been meaning to draw Doro for a while. I've been meaning to draw Augersley. Oh my gosh. I feel like I have good clean reference for Bloom. I think maybe we'll do Professor Bloom, because I've got the reference already loaded up and ready to go. Do I need to take a break? Not really. I guess not. Let's just keep going. I'm in a good groove here. I am going to remove our reference, and I guess you can look at my hands if you want to do that. Yeah, it's honestly, it's kind of a nice easy task. I didn't do it with this one, but often I'll like group all the reference in one group, and then I'll have like layers already set up. I have like just kind of a dummy document, a dummy file. You can see this whole top row. Yeah, it's already set up with like my layers. So I've got layers that I'll draw in for ink and color, paste in my reference. It works well. I'd recommend it. And then I can also kind of like queue them up. Well, the other thing is I don't want to navigate outside of Procreate on my iPad for fear of, well, just anything showing the secrets of the GURP world. So yeah, it works well. Let me take a look. I think that, oh, there's a lot of good. I'm going to lasso a couple of these and just have them bigger as a reference. There's one. This will be our main reference, I think. Oh, I've got a lot of space to work with here. Okay, great. I think that should be pretty visible. Oh my god. Okay, I feel like I always have to bring this up too. Senri Kawaguchi is an insane drummer, this current song. Incredible drummer. All right. Oh, let me update the pinned message. What the heck is Professor Bloom's handle? It's somewhere in there. Let's see. Oh. It's Prof Bloom VTuber. I see. I don't know who's on saxophone here, but they're very good. Uh, okay, we got enough of a basic hat shape in there. Let's block in the hair. Maybe. I might have to redo some of that. Also, you might know this song as Samba de Janeiro, which has been in like Samba de Amigo. I think there was a DDR had a variant of this song. this hair might be a little wild. We'll see. Oh, this is a great song too. I feel like I've heard it a lot though. I'm gonna shake things up a little bit. Oh, this one's nice. This is really nice. Also, it's hard to see the hair against this very dark background. But I think I can make this work. Okay, I'll do a quick hair cleanup. Yeah, I think it's called I know it's called Samba de Janeiro in Samba de Amigo. Gotta have these hairs nice and spiky, nice and sharp, freshly sharpened. Very important. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I figured it must have been in Beatmania as well. I just specifically remember it from DDR and Samba de Amigo. Oh, you know what? Let's see. We'll have Did I go too thick with this? Let's see. I think that works. Well, oh wait, no, this is weird. Oh, am I on the wrong layer? Man, Steve Kahn, he's also a guitarist who I feel like does not get enough recognition, especially for his like fusion stuff in the 70s. But yeah, Steve Kahn, great guitarist. Definitely recommend. Oh, thank you for the sandwiches. And hello, Krua. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a good Sunday. You might be able to tell, but we're drawing Professor Bloom. The professor is in bloom. Actually, that sounds weird. I retract that statement. Strike that from the record, please. Let's get some color blocked in. Oh, wait, I need the face. I went down this deep rabbit hole of refining all my line work, like, before I even put any facial features in here. Okay, I do really like this kind of warm smile in the top left. That's going to be my mouth reference. Man, I really have to disable that. I keep double tapping this thing accidentally. I'll do another layer for the eyebrows. And do a little indicator there, and then we gotta have the little line. The mouth shape is weird. I'm also on the wrong layer. What? Yeah, I didn't get a message. I didn't see anything in like auto mod. I gotta redo this mouth. Maybe I'll even go for more like that shape. I don't know. Just do that. I don't know. We'll come back to the mouth. Whoa. I used to have that issue with like the iPad app. Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't able to mute my microphone quickly enough. Let's get some base colors in here. Also, I would bet a small amount of money that this has to be like the Brecker brothers on sax or on horns, sax and horns here. Blop. Okay, again, I'm gonna go loose with the initial color block in. We'll refine it. That's fine. I feel like we've heard some good Jeff Lorber fusion today. This is a great one. It's a fun composition to play also. Whoa, this brush gets nuts. I don't know why it's freaking out. Okay. In a moment, I'll take a quick pass to just clean up the outside, and then we can alpha lock this layer. Oh, and we got a stray pixel. It's nice when you guess first try which layer it's on. Anyway. There's got to be a better way to do this, but I'll say I was using the built-in, like, the paint bucket equivalent in Procreate, and it left little pixel scraps along the edges, so I can't trust it. It's terrible. Maybe I was doing something wrong. Anyway, we'll get to the fun part soon. This is almost done. I mean, it's all the fun part. Just make sure. Oh, yeah. The outline as a reference layer, for this one, no. I was just drawing, I was drawing the lines directly. I mean, I have the, or maybe I don't understand the question. For these gurploids, I don't usually do like a separate sketch layer that I'm referencing. Although it often does save time to just like do a goddamn sketch layer. Okay, so let me turn on this. Yes, let's alpha lock this layer. We'll get a base red in here. I'm gonna do a separate layer for mouth color. I'm feel pretty sure I'm gonna need to redraw the mouth. I'm not very good at drawing mouths. Oh, for the filling. Gotcha. Usually I am, like, I would draw kind of the outline of the shape, and then I would, okay, well, I'll just illustrate this. I would basically draw the perimeter and then drag this, whoop, come on. You can drag it over here and then fill it. Oh, that's the wrong color though. But what I noticed is when I do this, bloop. See, here it looks fine, but I did catch an instance where there were like, you know, little stray pixels along the edges, and it was terrifying. It's a horrible sight. Yeah, for the same color, exactly. Okay, let me try to do the eyes. That always really like helps to bring things together. We'll just have him peeking in here. I don't have the eyebrows on the same layer as the eyes. Oh yeah, I explicitly made a separate layer for that. I don't think I needed to do that actually. And just soften these shapes a little bit. Oh, I don't really have. I guess I don't. Whoops, that's not it. Yeah, yeah. I've gotten better at like being tactical about my layer usage and knowing like, oh, is this something I might want to reposition in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes? And then it gets its own layer. But often for the color layers, I'll make the mistake of like keeping stuff on the same one big color layer, and it's like, no, that can come back and bite you very easily. Do we need any white to the left of the eye? Maybe not for this one, actually. Well, we'll see. I think that's about right. Let's turn on our base colors, and then let's do another color layer for the fun stuff. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, these guys are ridiculous. Owane and this other guy who I'm less familiar with, Jack Gardner. Okay. Give a little, gotta have a little sparkle in the eyes. And then let's find, I mean, I think I could probably just borrow this, the shade. Is that going to be, I think I like that as a starting point. We're just slightly less saturated, just slightly. Now let's do our pass for color here. Okay, this time the light is going to be coming from the right side. So this is like all going to be in shadow over here. So it could still be a little bit there. Actually, here's a good test. Let's see if this works. Can I just do that and then paint bucket fill this whole area here? See, it almost worked. There, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is like the scourge of the earth. How dare you, Procreate? You know that I want those pixels to be filled in. Can't you read my mind? Yes, it's Bloom. Hey, Brace. I've been meaning to draw Professor Bloom for a while now. And since you're... Hello, I hope you're doing well. We started off the stream with a little color study today. So today's color study was this one. I actually don't know where this is. Probably in England, United Kingdom. But yeah, that was a nice warm-up. And now we're blooming. Business is blooming. I'm still on the right layer. Yeah, okay. It's a nice Sunday afternoon. Nice time to draw some art. Who knew? Yeah, it has to be. I sourced the image myself. I just didn't make a note of where it's from. But oh my god, beautiful, beautiful landscape. I guess we'll have, maybe there's still a little shadow here. We need a shadow color for the hat. Rest is important. But also, if you do draw, I hope you have a good time. A satisfying drawing. I was up late last night watching Holly Heck Maybe's 3-year anniversary stream, so I'm like, this is like just the right activity for my Sunday afternoon. I don't know about the shadows here. Actually, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Let me zoom out and see. Like, maybe I don't need it there. Dragon Ball Super, nice. Very nice. Okay, I want to do some shading on the hat. And then we'll do another... I'll do another layer for the stripes, I think. I'll just do that with like a blending mode and some opacity. Oh, whoops, that's not the right color. I feel like this color is almost too light to be our shadow. I'm gonna pull a slightly darker variant, yeah, for under the hat. In fact, I think we might want that for up here too. I'll just drop this in. We can, whoops. I'll drop that in. We'll come back to it. But I think the whole underside of the hat can just be this darker shade very safely. Oh my god, that's incredible. Have you also read the manga? I'm like a very casual Dragon Ball fan, but I grew up watching Dragon Ball, specifically Dragon Ball, like before Z. I've watched a bit of Z as well, but mostly that original Dragon Ball series is like, that's what I'm most familiar with. Yeah, and I mean, over the years, I've just come to appreciate Toriyama's art more and more. Of course. Yeah, exactly. Oh, is it too weird to just match the shadows that are up above? I feel like that's going to be weird. And also this is like in light. Maybe we have just a little bit of an edge. A little bit of an edge here. It feels a little too samey. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to come back to the hat. Cuz then like do I need one more for here? Maybe I do. And then I guess by that logic I need like a highlight. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave that alone for now. Let's get the little stripes in the hat though. Trunks in a dress, nice. Let me brew up a tasty color here. Oh, that's way too big. Okay, again, I'm gonna adjust the blending mode and the opacity. I want these to be like a little bit wobbly. Maybe not quite this wobbly. Oh yeah, I've lost all sense of like the curvature. I think this is a case where I need to just go like halfway. Here. Use the dot technique. I just put a little dot where I want to draw to, and then you just have a target to aim for. I think this is better spacing anyway. Okay, I can live with this. Minus this. You have to erase all evidence of the dot. You know what? Maybe just opacity is enough. No, I do want a little blending because it's Is it exclusion? Yeah, maybe exclusion will do it. I think that's close enough. Okay, the mouth. The mouth is feeling really out of place to me right now. I think we're going to redo the mouth. Let me fix this shadow too. Sure, that's where the hat shadow falls. Why not? Okay, mouth time. Hmm. Go a little smaller. There we go. I like this mouth shape more. It's not even that different, but it just like feels a little better to me. Uh, that's that's really strange, isn't it? Why is this looking weird? God damn it. Do I just do a simple smile? That's an option. We'll keep that in our back pocket. Hmm. Let me get some color in here. I think this might actually work. Let's just play with the position of the mouth a little bit because I think this is gonna work. Ugh. Ugh. Can get real weird real fast. All you have to do is just do that. Now it looks like a dog's nose. This happens a lot where like the lines for the mouth are just a little too thick. Or at least some of the inner detail. Oh, I forgot to add a little. Gotta have the little line under the mouth, right? This little line. Is there a name for this line? Maybe. Oh, actually, I suppose it would go with the mouth shading. That way it's all grouped together. Somebody's named it, right? Yeah. Somebody has named it. Why? The screen doesn't recognize my fingers anymore. Okay. Oh, this is a nice song. I think it's a sign of a good playlist when you almost every song you can just be like, oh yeah, it's this one. That's my goal. Yeah, I thought my fingers were fine. What happened to these lines? And sometimes this brush, I get some really chunky, like pixel stair stepping that I don't like. I end up having to go in and clean it up, but I don't know. I'm overall pretty pleased with the gurploid process. Let's take a step back and, oh, the hair, of course. We haven't done any shading in the hair yet. Let's find a nice dark value, like, yeah, this is good. And here's another place where like I'm going to try to challenge myself to go a little darker. Okay, so first of all, the hat definitely covers that much. This is shadow, this is shadow. In fact, yeah, I might just put all of this in shadow and then I can pull the highlights out. That's easier than doing the reverse. Because it's not just light and shadow. It feels like there's maybe some highlights on the hair color itself. What the hell? I feel like I might even need a lighter shade to do some little highlights within the hair also. Hmm. 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 Okay, and this is like all in light over here. Might have to come back and yeah, maybe we'll tune that up a little. That's weird, isn't it? What's going on with this hair? I guess some rim lighting makes sense on some of these strands too. Maybe that's the right approach. And that'll be enough. It's not up there. I don't know. I'm not that consistent with the lighting in these. Trying to get better though. Hey Lochno. Welcome in, thanks. It's Professor Bloom. Whoops. Or rather, it's a gurploid imitating Professor Bloom. Some of the shadows still look a little off down here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna actually blend the red on the hat. I think that's gonna be better. Where the hell do I have a blender? An oil blender? Can I use this? Sure. Yeah. Ah, thank you. I'll get moving. Thank you, Jam. I'm gonna stretch.
Special power up.
Ah, thank you, Jerry.
I love sandwiches.
Thank you. Hell yeah. Thank you, Lochno. Hell yeah. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, just kind of give it that satin finish. Usually I'll just kind of give everything like the same treatment, but I think that feels appropriate. What am I? Oh, it's not that layer. It's the hair layer. I wanted to smooth out this line a little, but I think we're basically there. Let's go back to the hat briefly. You can probably hear it, but this song features the great Jaco Pastorius on guitar, on bass, on the fretless bass. I don't know why I said guitar. Oh, I still have the wrong brush selected. Oh yeah, I also saw on this layer. Okay. I wanted to refine these a little bit. I'm tempted to add like one more. Well, I don't know. I could push this a lot more. I feel like I could add another value for the shadows and like do another pass. Whoa, that's not right. I think I could do a whole thing with this. Is that worth it? I don't think it's worth it, actually. I'm going to keep it simple. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Of course. Of course. There it is. Let's get this color a little more accurate to the model. You know what? I think we can call it there. I think that is Professor Bloom. I think we can call it there as I continue to futz with these lines. Let me do one more pass to just make sure I didn't miss any pixels, and then we'll pick a background color and take a look at the time lapse. Oh yeah, here we go. Whoops. I'm sure like nobody else will ever notice these stray pixels, but like it's a point of pride for me. I know it can be a little silly. Especially when I'm working with brushes that are like very whole pixel based. There's a certain like crispness that I want. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. Let's just beef up the hair here. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Just drop these in here, drop this over here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, it's gonna get cropped. That's fine. Thanks, Jam. What's it gonna be today? I'm gonna say a flat 1000. That's pretty close. I think we need a little more breathing room. What if I do 1050? Yeah, I think that's better. Right about here? No? Right about here. 1080. I keep, this is so silly. I keep it in increments of 50 pixels for no reason except my own consistency. We need a background color. I mean, I feel like a bright, warm hue seems appropriate. Or a nice cool hue. It does change things, doesn't it? Oh, hey. Hello, Tara. Yeah, I agree. I'm just wrapping up this drawing, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. I think a cooler bluish teal is going to be right. This feels right. Okay, let's take a look at the time lapse. Let's see the forming of the bloom. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. And I do feel like doing these color studies is having some influence on how I approach like the light and shadow of these gurploids as well. Redrawing the mouth, of course. Lots of little futzing and fiddling. Get the hair all blocked in. I can't even tell what's changing right now. There we go. That is Professor Bloom. Thanks, Krua. Yeah, this one was fun. Again, I've been meaning to draw Professor Bloom for a while now. Well, just the quick recap. Today's color study, which was very fun. And we've got our sheep on their own dedicated layer, in case you need to disable the sheep. And, oh, and I guess I drew this off stream, but maybe you've seen it. I drew this of me and Jam. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would want to turn off the sheep. I wouldn't. I'm going to lock the sheep layer. In fact, we're going to make sure that the sheep stick around. And then we got Professor Bloom. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Let's see who's live. Let's see who we could raid at this early hour. Oh yeah, we got the fan art slideshow is hopefully working. Yeah, looks like that's working. This is my first stream with that live, so I think it's gonna work. I can just drop new art into a directory, and it's gonna slide all over, slide around. Oh, actually, there are a lot of people live right now. Hmm. Oh, this is tricky. Oh wait, actually, no, this is not tricky. We're gonna go from one art stream to another. Hexaphoenix is live. And they're working on some 3D VTubing stuff. I'm not going to give you any hint about what you're about to raid into, but it's quite compelling. A very compelling site. So yeah, thanks again, everybody. I always mention this at the end, but I do have a Discord if you want all the latest updates. Maybe you're in there already. Anyway, I'll post the schedule probably tomorrow. Maybe I'll go live later tonight. I probably not, though. I'm probably going to rest. But yeah, give a warm hello to Hexaphoenix. I hope you all have a great one. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'll see you all next time.